Time to go racing. This is for all the marbles. It's race one of a brand new season in Bridgestone production car racing. Watch the lights. Leroy Poulter on pole. This is going to be dynamic.
And the lights go out. Leroy Poulter gets in front of Anthony Tanner coming into turn one. And going through turn one, followed closely by Mr. Priest right behind the two of them. Coming into turn two.
They're certainly on the pace, and Leroy Poulter's blocking a defensive line against Team Afrox. It's Anthony Taylor and Melville Priest. Of course, they're up into turn four, and out of that, they'll be on the way down the Goodyear stretch and into Goodyear sweep. Leroy Poulter still leading the pack right now, on board with multiple karting champ and Salucon champ Michael Stephen on his way down to the Goodyear sweep with the rest of the leaders. Gary.
Now let's listen to the sound of this beautiful Audi. And it's still Leroy Poulter leading Anthony Taylor coming into the next turn. They're driving very defensively as Anthony Taylor probably sets him up and hopefully might take him by the time they get to the second portion of the S's.
Well, they're still under pressure, and Team Afrox is trying to mug Leroy Poulter at the moment. But Leroy, as you say, quite rightly, is defending his line brilliantly. And he's getting that Nissan every ounce out of it at the moment. Of course, it looks like watching some of these drivers at the moment in the off-season, they've all gone to this drifting course because they really are pushing this car around. Right now, we're on board again with Michael Stephen.
And Michael Stephen has just pushed inside Melville Priest, going down the exit of Wesbank, coming up. And on top of that, Johan Fouries also pulled up nicely next to Melville Priest. Let's see if he can take him before they get to the next corner.
There's not much in it, and the leaders continue. Leroy Poulter driving very defensively. We're on the way through to the Bridgestone Bowl at the moment, and of course, there's no change there. Leroy Poulter, Anthony Taylor, Michael Stephen.
And I see Johan Fourie has now taken Melville Priest as they go into turn 13. They're now going to start entering the main straight again to complete their first lap.
It's the penultimate lap in race one of the Bridgestone production class. Right now, Michael Stephen trying to go down the inside of Leroy Poulter, who did at one stage have the lead to this. That's cost him dearly because Poulter goes through, Johan Fourie goes through, and Anthony Taylor still leads.
Not only that, Melville Priest has also managed to get by, but Marco Acuna and the other Nissan is crooked right up onto his tail. As they go into the Bridgestone Bowl, it's still Anthony Taylor in front, but he's managed to get quite a big gap on Leroy Poulter as they're going up towards turn 13.
Well, what has happened here at the moment in race one is that little mistake from Michael Stephen trying to go down the inside of Leroy Poulter, and it's given Anthony Taylor from Team Afrox a huge gap, probably about 5 or 6 car lengths at the moment. Poulter goes through. There in the background is Priest. We're on the last lap at the moment, Gary, and of course the excitement thick and fast. Anthony Taylor still leads.
That's correct, and as we say that, we're coming out of the Wesbank down towards the mine shaft. It's still Anthony Taylor from Leroy Poulter, from Fourie, and then Melville Priest. That's the top 4 going into the Bridgestone Bowl.
Donovan van Heerden, team manager of Afrox, must be extremely happy. Of course, last year, as we remember, it was the 330i's. Now this year, twin turbos for the Afrox BMW. Oh, Poulter's got a problem. Fourier's down the outside. What could that be?
Bit of a pity there for Leroy. But let's see if he can hold on to third, although Melville Priest is pressurizing him as they go into turn 14 and start traveling down towards the start-finish line.
There's another one of the shots of the BMWs in the field. It's Lee Thompson. The checker flag is out. It's the winner from Team Afrox, Anthony Taylor, followed by the reigning champion. It's Johan Fourie in Team Indy Oils, and then a former champion, Leroy Poulter, in the 350Z Nissan.